These Luminate products, I'm going to say, are probably the most underrated parts of our collection, but they are really critical. And these we should be starting to look at for the fall to really, really start to get rid of the damage from all the UVA that we've all experienced and the heat, the stress of the skin from the heat. So what we have in this collection is an acid-based, AHA acid-based serum, which is like a mini peel at home. And then we have a day protection and a cream. So it's just 3 products that you can use to get the pigmentation resolved. Now, can these Luminate products, can they be used with retinol? Absolutely. Retinol would be a great power boost to any of our Luminate products. Right. So our Lumiplex serum is used during the day. So remember I said nighttime is corrective, daytime is preventative. So this is a preventative product that if pigmentation is a concern or your client is going through pigmentation treatment, this is what you need. It's perfect for all those people in their 40s. It's an absolutely lovely formula. So we have reversing, excuse me, we have those powerful age-reversing stem cells. We now know what that does. We have 5 natural brightening ingredients that's going to help address pigmentation. And we have a huge amount of antioxidants that are going to help repair and protect from UV damage, environmental damage. So this has to be worn with an SPF. There is it's absolutely pointless using this as a protective if you're not going to put the SPF on to power boost that way. All right, what have we got in here? Well, resveratrol. Oh, fabulous. Resveratrol, remember how I told you that I took an evening primrose oil? I still do today to help with evening hot flashes. I take resveratrol every day as a herbal formula. So resveratrol is hugely researched. And just on the funny side, no, you can't get the amount of resveratrol you need by drinking, a bottle of red wine. It's not going to happen. So we do need a little helping hand. And resveratrol is so researched actually for menopausal in terms of brain health. It's amazing. And it is one of, next to coenzyme Q10, it is one of the most powerful antioxidants that we have in place today. Now, it is something called a tyrosinase inhibitor. Do we know what that is? Well, we'll give it a quick whirl, okay? So remember I said everything needs a messaging system. Nothing happens without a message. So you're out in the sun, you forgot your sunscreen, the UVA and B are going, woo, yeah, here I come. And they start to create damage in the skin. That damage is then recognized, out go the messaging systems. And naturally, your body wants to produce melanin to protect you against those 2 characters. Okay. But to produce melanin, it has to go through, here we go, an enzyme process. Remember we were talking about enzyme messaging systems, right? We have to go through that. And the final chemical part of that system is something called tyrosinase. And if you get to the stage in that messaging system where it gets the message to make tyrosinase, you will make melanin. That's its job. So what do we want? We want a tyrosinase inhibitor. What is the point of trying to reduce brown pigment and melanin if you if you aren't stopping more melanin being made, right? So in every case, sunscreen, and in every case somewhere you have to have that tyrosinase inhibitor. That is absolutely critical. We've got the stem cells. We all know what that's for. Are we good with that? Right? We need to repair. We need to promote and with growth factors, blah, blah, blah. So we've got that delay that aging. We have one of my favorites, azelaic acid in there. Love it. Reduces melanin production. It's not going to peel your skin, but it will help with reducing, again, from a tyrosinase perspective. It's going to help slow that tyrosinase. Then we have lovely arbutin, natural brightening agent, and niacinamide that everybody's talking about right now. And niacinamide is everywhere. It minimizes the appearance of those large pores. It improves that uneven skin tone. It reduces fine lines and wrinkles. It improves hydration. It calms redness. And it's an antioxidant. It's no wonder everybody's talking about it, right? And we're going to meet niacinamide on more than a few occasions here. And ferulic acid that pairs with, so again, in the formula, ferulic acid power blends with niacinamide to do all of what niacinamide does, but also ferulic actually enhances the effectiveness of all the antioxidants that are in here. So every ingredient is bound so that every ingredient works in harmony to give you that end outcome. I mean, it's a beautiful formula. It really is. And Lumiplex also has licorice root. I think probably most of you are familiar with that. Another tyrosinase inhibitor. So that's 3 that we've got. Now, here we go. Tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. Look what it says. An oil form of vitamin C. You know the rule. So what you're going to see is daily Vita C serum is water-based. Can you power boost Lumiplex with daily Vita C? Yes, you can. Absolutely. And you compare it with any other. You could put Hydrolift serum under here if you wanted, depending on the client's skin type, right? So this Lumiplex serum, I often layer 2 serums as long as they're cohesive and as long as they're going to work towards the same endpoint that we want. It's great. And then pop your cream over the top for the final barrier. So please make yourself a note that that form, because you're going to see it somewhere else as well in a minute, that form of vitamin C is oil soluble. So we want to keep that clean. Now, these babies here, these are all seaweeds. Back in the day, maybe Jen, you remember that. Brenda Lee, I bet you remember. Back in the day, we had so much stuff, spa, you know, that was seaweed this and seaweed that, and seaweed wraps and seaweed masks and seaweed, you know, everywhere, everything was seaweed. And it disappeared off the market. Nobody was doing it anymore. Well, it's back. And what we have done in this formula that got reorganized in the past 12 months is this lovely group of seaweeds, which are full of vitamins and minerals. Seaweeds are so good for the skin. And you won't see one of these as a standalone. You will see all 3 of these seaweeds together when you see them in a formula. So they are nourishing. They've got the vitamins, they've got the minerals. I mean, they've got everything in it. Seaweeds are so replenishing for skin health. It's beyond real. It's absolutely fantastic. And we've got them now in more than a few places. So they're just so beautiful. So Lumiplex as a serum, I mean, it's just loaded. Brightness, tyrosinase inhibitors, nutrients, vitamins, everything is in here to work to give you that lovely skin that you're looking for. Its partner is the Lumiboost serum. And we use this in the evening because it's AHAs. This is evening use only. So chances are your client's going to come in for a peel or some kind of pigment reduction, facial, whatever it is. And this now becomes her nightly home care. It could be, especially if they're having a series of facials or peels, you would definitely want her to be using this in between those facials to accelerate and promote the outcome of removing that melanin from the skin. It is also really good for acne prone or acne based scarring. Really, really good. and it's loaded with antioxidants. It's not just got the AHAs in there, it's got things that will work synergistically to actually protect the skin as well. So here we have a product that the client can use safely. The key is only use it at night and keep it away from your eyes, obviously, right? So it works very well. Let the effects of the peel wear off, particularly if it was a strong peel, right? Give it 2 or 3 days. Then we need the client to exfoliate, maybe with the wild yam and licorice. Then she can move into this home care. That works really, really well. So do your peel, 30% total acids, 3.0 pH, do the multi-layer system, get it going, get it a series, wait 3 days, exfoliate, and then get into your Lumi Boost, then bring it back for the next treatment. So what do we have in here? Oh, we've got some old friends in here. Look at this. So there's ferulic and arbutin again, right? We met them in the Lumiplex, so these two work together. But we also have bearberry in here, which is a natural skin brightener that is for age spots as well. And the extract naturally contains arbutin. So again, not only have we got the bearberry there, but we've got the arbutin as a standalone as well to give that double effect. Salicylic acid, that's what makes it good for a potentially acne-prone skin. We want to get down into that follicle. And asafoetida. Asafoetida has been around a long time, and it does help to reduce the appearance of acne scars and marks. So this is a great product for anybody's in their 30s, 40s. Would I use it in 50s? Maybe not. I'd probably go to a retinol solution. But this particular product at night in combination with peels or as a standalone by itself works super well. It's great. We've got some kojic acid in there. There's our friend azelaic acid again, and glycolic acid. Got it all going on, and licorice root. So kojic acid is a light and brightener. Azelaic acid is lovely. It's very safe on rosacea and melasma. Very good for sensitive skin. So if your client does have a slight tendency towards sensitive skin, don't be afraid to have them use this. It's fine. It will work very well, very well. The glycolic acid in there is the lowest amount of the acids. The salicylic and the azelaic are the higher levels of acids. They work very, very well. So nighttime only. And then finally in this group, that partners with our cream. This is a very popular cream, and you'll see in your notes here, you can use the cream with the Lumiplex in the day and the Lumi Boost at night. Just round it out so everybody's doing the job. Now, could you use luminosity with a retinol product to deal with pigment? Yeah, you could. You could do that too. It is kind of deliciously moist and hydrating. It's really nice product. So if your client was in their late 40s, early 50s, luminosity can work very, very well with that and still using the Hydro Boost at night. Sorry, the Lumi Boost at night. So what would my routine look like? I would put on my Lumi Boost first, because that's where I want the most action with the acids. I would then add either a Hydrolift serum or a collagen QSC, depending on their age. And then I would add my cream over the top. And then I do the bathroom dance because I'm a really happy bunny at that point. Okay. So that would be Hydro Boost, a choice of collagen QSC or vitamin C. If you wanted, you could do vitamin C, daily Vita C. Or you can do Hydrolift. Depends what your client's needs are. You have to pick that second serum according to their needs, and then use the luminosity cream as your night cream. Luminosity can also be used as a day cream. It works very well for that. All right. Now, I'm not going to spend too long on, okay. Oh, This is the last of the luminosity. There is that oil-based vitamin C again, just to point that out to you. And there's a niacinamide. Okay, I don't want to dwell on that. You'll be able to have a look at it and pause the video once you get the link after we're done. Right, so let's do vitamin C. And I don't want to dwell too long on this. You're all familiar with vitamin C because I want to spend most of the time on the lift and firm because that's where a lot of the technology is. So we're going to kind of blow through this and get on with the job. Now, our daily Vita C, this is probably one of our top sellers. It's for all skin types. It can be used as a booster under the treatment, under a mask. It can be used post-treatment. Obviously, yes, it's a great daytime product. It's loaded with antioxidants and peptide-rich, it's a peptide-rich serum. So we've got lots of messaging systems in there. We've got antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin E, etc., etc. So this serum works for anybody's 30s and 40s, even into early 50s, depending on how well or not they are aging. It's a really great formula and it feels absolutely lovely. We've got sodium ascorbyl phosphate, very stable. We've got Embleca, a very, very well used lightening agent. Embleca is known for its power in helping to lighten and brighten your skin. But it also, if you look over here, defends against photo damage caused by UV exposure. So Embleca is a beautiful ingredient, as is astaxanthin. Astaxanthin. Wrap your head around that one, spelling wise. Okay. It is nature's most powerful antioxidant, 550 times more effective than vitamin E at neutralizing free radical damage. It really is a powerhouse. And you've got ferulic acid in there backing up again as another antioxidant. So can you see how these are power blended to do the job? Ferulic and astaxanthin together, the powerhouse of antioxidants in that are amazing. So when would you use it? During the day. It's a great during the day product. To add to that, we added a third beautiful antioxidant, Floritin. And then we added Ameliox, little mini peptide. It's a liposomal blend that eliminates free radical damage. There's that stable form of hyaluronic acid again. But what is it I love about this product? It's those phospholipids. Phospholipids go hand in hand with sphingolipids that go hand in hand with essential fatty acids and ceramides. Phospholipids, as you can tell, have a phosphorus. The bigger part of the molecule in phospholipids is phosphorus itself. And you actually need that to transcript a signaling. Oh, I'm getting too technical. Hang on a minute. How can I explain this? Phosphorus in the skin, when we want to enter into a cell, we need a phosphorus component to be able to unlock it. I hope that makes sense. So you can see the lipid part is there, which is what you need for the barrier. But the phosphorus part of the molecule actually helps that full penetration into the skin so we can get full barrier support and help to heal the skin. So as I've said here, phospho or phosphorus is a main component of the cell membrane. Really, really important to get that message in there. So phospholipids and sphingolipids, they're not paired together in here. I can't remember. Did I put Katie, can you remember, did we put sphingos in here? Are the sphingos in there?
In the daily Vita C?
Yeah, I don't think they are they? It's just phosphos.
I don't think so.
No, they are in another formula though. So those two types of lipids together are a part of that really healthy barrier function. They're really critical in all of that. I can't say enough about it. And here you can see that with what we've done with the antioxidants, we've got lots of antioxidants, lots of protection, not just from vitamin C, but from others that have been bound to it to give you that UV protection. And on top of that, Kakadu plum, which is the highest naturally occurring vitamin C content in any fruit. So versus MAP, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, SAP, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, Kakadu plum was put in here to give it that big boost of vitamin C that we really are looking for in a good vitamin C product. It works very well. All right, now recently we introduced our vitamin C 20%, and there's not a lot of ingredients here except vitamin C 20%. And I introduced this, I think it kind of only been, it's not even less, it's less than a year ago. Everybody was doing a 15%, and I went, no, I need some more, I need some more. So off we went with 20%. However, note to self, it only has a 6-month shelf life from the time we package it to the time you put it on your shelf. You've got 6 months. Actually, by the time you get it, it's 6 months. It is in a sealed vacuum pump, airless pump. So it's only when you actually start to dispense it that it can actually oxidize, and you'll know if it's oxidized because it goes brown. So please order in small amounts, turn it over quickly, and that way you are in a good space. Now, this is a nighttime product only. This is not for daytime use. That would be the daily Vita C. This is a nighttime corrective product that's going to help boost the production of collagen when you need it. So you need to pair it with either Hydrolift serum or with a retinol product. It can go well with that, or with our new age defense serum. It would work well with that. But it is about the production of collagen. That's it. That's all it's about at 20%, to give you the maximum potential output. So we do have some resveratrol in here, which we talked about, which is another powerful antioxidant in its own right, and glucosamine, and of course green tea, which is an anti-inflammatory. So whatever you want, if you're going to do collagen production and you've done treatments and you want to be doing all that, then this vitamin C is the right way to go. So one study found that DNA damage, and here's the thing, DNA damage continues for hours after exposure to UV light. So let's take me as an example. I'm outside, yeah, I wear sunscreen, but with the weather we've been having, it's been unbelievable. And it suggests it could be prevented with a nightly antioxidant like vitamin C. The problem is that has to be at least at 15% and preferably 20% if we're looking at that older demographic. That would be really, really important. So it's a very unique product with a very particular function. So we do have ascorbic acid for melanin, inhibition in this, glucosamine, and of course there's a wine extract because that's where resveratrol comes from, and we have some green tea, and that's it. There's nothing else in there. It's all about the 20%. The cream, however, can be used day or night. It is a beautiful product, and it's absolutely, oh my God, I didn't know where to start with this. So it's really got one of the newest powerhouse ingredients in here, which is palmitoyl tetrapeptide 38 or matrixyl synth. It is a new generation of architectural peptides. Now remember that from the beginning, architectural peptides are about building collagen. I just said you need 20% vitamin serum to build collagen. So here's your power blend, right? So you've got your vitamin C 20% on the skin. Now I'm giving you matrixyl synth, architectural peptide to build and develop collagen, right? It enhances the key components in the extracellular matrix, so we're giving it support. And it also protects your hyaluronic acid and laminin 5, which is like your basement membrane in there. So scientific research says after 4 months of matrixyl synth, it may decrease wrinkle depth by 27%, roughness by 13%, and wrinkle size by 36% if used 2 times a day on the face and the neck area. Now, may depends on the body's internal workings. If you're putting garbage in your body and you're not taking care of yourself, your client is fighting everything that the product wants to do for her. So if you are going to reduce pigment, if you're going to help slow the aging, if you're going to do all of these things, your client has to be your partner in this. And together you need to heal the body. And it starts with diet and sleep. That's a whole other PowerPoint. But really and truly, if you're using matrixyl synth, it is a powerhouse. And, you know, it needs a little internal help as well. So we really do need to have a look at that. Palmitoyl tripeptide 1 is one of those messenger peptides, and it also stimulates collagen and firmness and wrinkles, etc., etc. So the daily Vitus C cream not only smells great, looks great, feels great, it is packed with pro-aging ingredients. Look at this. Look at these peptides: instant fission lift, sculpt essence. I think you know what that does, right? By the name. Another peptide, amyliox, another peptide, floretin, pigment, kakadu plum. You have met all of those before, especially the floretin and the kakadu. And look at the antioxidants in here. See them all? Absolutely gorgeous. Then look at all the other ingredients that we don't have time to talk about. Niacinamide, tea tree in case you got a few boo-boos. There's the phospho and sphingose, fungolipids for your barrier function. Shea butter, we've met panthenol, we've met sodium hyaluronate and allantoin, very soothing. This product has an ingredient deck like this, but they're all in synergistic cohesion with each other, all rowing in the same direction to give you the outcome that you need. And that cream can be paired. You can use it during the day. I prefer to use it at night if it's appropriate. I don't use this cream, but if your client is wanting to repair at night, definitely all of those goodies are going to be amazing to use during the evening for repairing the skin, particularly with all those messaging systems in there. They really are amazing. You've got so many peptides in here. I think I lost count. There's at least 4 in there that I can think of. So a really powerhouse cream that works well is probably, I would say, you know, Katie or Alexandra, I would say it's probably as popular as our DNA cream. Do we agree with that? Yeah, Katie's nodding. Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely say to go with that. It's a great one. It's one of those must-haves on your shelf. And then the last group before we get into aging, I just want to talk very briefly about our recovery products. They are exactly that. Their recovery serum and cream, they are so good for anything red. Anything red. Whether you made it red or they made it red, or systemically they are red and pink. Anything red is our recovery products, particularly post-treatment. So post-microneedling, post-peel, post-anything, or you're getting the treatment room and you can see she's got sensitive skin, but oh my goodness, I didn't realize she was so sensitive. You know, sometimes people look normal, then when you touch them, the whole skin flares up. Or you accidentally put steam on them and you went, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Look at the skin, it's red. Anything red. And I do highly recommend that you keep a recovery serum and cream on your back bar just in case of every day, right? It works really well. So that recovery serum post-waxing, yes, bug bites, yes, sunburn, yes, post-facial treatments, anything. It is so fast and it's peptide driven at reducing the inflammatory process. And it hydrates while it's doing it, because anybody who's been wounded, anybody who's been sunburnt, anybody who's had an allergic reaction, bug bites, the skin goes dry. It's the natural outcome of an allergic reaction on the skin. So this one has to help you with that hydration again, and it does. And that all comes from a product called Defensal Plus. This is actually a registered and trademarked product, and it's molecularly bound. So what we've got is a mix of blackcurrant seed oil and balloon vine extract with sunflower oil, and they're all bound together molecularly as one called Defensal Plus. So many of these peptides have multiple botanical ingredients in them, but they're called something else. But they're molecularly bound, so they can't be separated, and they all do the same job. They're absolutely beautiful. In here is arnica. Arnica has been around for hundreds of years. I permanently have a tube of arnica cream in my drawer, especially if my grandchildren are around. It's great for boo-boos and scrapes, and it's great for pain, and it's just great for everything. Red, I gave it to Wayne when he had his knee surgery. It's like, it's magical. You can't have an allergic reaction. You can't, it doesn't matter what medications you're on. Arnica is a set go-to for anything that's been beaten, battered, bruised, hurts, pain. It is available as a homeopathic medicine that you can take internally for muscle pain and so on and so forth. So anything that where you need that kind of immediate relief, arnica is that magical go-to. And it's definitely something you should have in your first aid kit, definitely. And the cream, so we took the serum and we put it in the cream, just like we did with the hyaluronic acid. And then we added, some different things to it. It is a first aid cream for inflamed skin. And it is people who have what they decide is a super sensitive skin love this. It's rich, it's creamy, but not thick. It feels relieving, it feels cooling and soothing on the skin. It just works really, really well. People really like how this feels. So it is for low-grade inflammation, and it is for impaired barrier. See that right from our conversation at the beginning, impaired barrier function. It targets redness, itchiness, irritation, and it's got really all kinds of really big potent antioxidants in it, as you can see from here. So we have, who just popped in, waiting in the lobby? Oh, Lisa. Oh, Alexandra got her, sorry. Delicen solution, acetohexapeptide 49, reduces inflammation. There's that word again, inflammatory cytokines that we used, right? We have to stop that. We have to quench that. We have to put the fire out. And then we have something called Biophytex, another peptide. We have Defensal Plus, another peptide, and we have Telangin, another peptide, right? Every one of these has a different signaling message. It could be architectural, it could be signaling, it could be carrier. Do you remember all those at the beginning? That's why we talked about it. So all these do a different job. The Defensal Plus here is the key one that soothes the stressed, sensitive, and irritable skin. It is a powerful anti-inflammatory. So that's the one that really does the work, followed by Telangin, acetyltetrapeptide 40. It reduces post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So do we need that in there? Because yeah, if we get a response, do we often get pigmentation left over? Absolutely, but not when you've got Telangin in your formula. It works really, really well. What you're going to be seeing more in the coming time, and it started about 6 months ago, is the use of mushroom extracts in formulas. And again, every mushroom is different. Every mushroom does a different job. This one, Albatrellus confluens, I actually said that right. Yes. Helps prevent and correct damage, again, from cellular inflammation. So everything in here is inflammation based, reconstruction based, or hydrating based, all working to restore your barrier and your skin back to where it should be.